Good morning, students and faculty of Limbrook University. As you know, each week you are required to watch an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond. This week's episode is Season 4, Episode 9, No Thanks. Deborah tries a new approach to Marie's negative attitude. Also, our talented film students will be screening their final projects in the Peter Boyle Auditorium tonight. So come on down and make sure you bring a towel. Hold on, sorry. I misread that. Our talented adult film students. Thanks, Professor. That was a good class. I learned a lot about birds today. I'm really excited to, intro to ornithology is just, It's been great so far this semester.
You really it's really important that you remember the difference between the red-bellied sapsucker and the yellow-bellied sapsucker. It's two very different
things. The second one's afraid, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, Professor.
Oh, God.
You misspelled red cardinal on the handout today. I wanted to fix that for you.
Oh, yeah? Did I? Oh,
yeah, see? R-E-D-D.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
Cardinal.
That'll do it. Yeah, okay. Well,
frankly, it threw me so off my game that I just I couldn't even listen to the rest of the 3-hour lecture.
Sorry to disappoint
you.
I'm sorry.
I'm paying $3,000 to be here.
I mean, the tuition is very affordable here. I know, Sean is giving you a hard time, but thank you because I know you were big with the union drive. Thank you for getting down total tuition at Limbrook University to $3,000. That has really helped me personally.
I'm glad you approve of it because many of my faculty were not happy. So I'm glad I'm happy.
Yeah, we had to undivest from big oil, right, to make up the gap there.
Yeah.
So we're all in big oil now.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, guys, for extra credit, if you want to go get your tanks filled at the BP right next to the quad, that'd be really helpful.
Yeah.
I'm sure the birds will love one, Professor.
Can you see about building, connecting the road to that? Because it's been tough with the trash bags to have to lug all the gas back down to the parking lot.
Adam's got little bird arms. He can't lift it.
Hey, shut up, Sean. I mean, sorry. That was rude of me.
Whoa.
That was rude. Sorry.
That was kind of rude. I will look into it, but I will say that the road proposal did not pass the environmental test.
It was too. It would have disrupted the natural habitat of some of your birds, right?
Yeah. Well, it was some of my birds, mostly the rare frat boy hangover walk that they were very concerned they would not make it. Anyway,
yeah.
Sean, thanks for the correction. I will do better.
No problem. I already also have the next 3 months homework done, so just be ready for that.
Great. Can't wait to grade that. Thanks,
I'm so
Sean.
sorry. So sorry about him, Professor.
No problem. Cheer up, Adam. It's easy. It's not so easy to get that far ahead. So
okay,
no
bye.
Worries.
I'm walking away kind of fast. So
anyway, what are you up to today, buddy?
Well,
you're walking this way. Yeah. I'm walking this way too.
Oh, great. I was just gonna go to get something to eat in between classes. I was gonna go down to that's Taco Bell that we have on campus.
Oh, well, I was going to go watch some birds. Why don't you come with me? You could have some seeds from the bird feeder because you're tiny.
What? Why are you? Can you not make fun of my appearance? It's really.
Hey, they call me Shameless Sean for a reason, bro.
I thought it was because you love that William H. Macy show.
And I do.
But also.
I damn do. But I say things that are true, and sometimes it upsets people.
Yeah, well,
I just don't want you to go through life being so sensitive. That's what happened to sensitive Sean.
Your twin brother with the same name, but he was WN.
Yeah,
right.
He's dead now.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
No, don't be. He was
I'm not-
sensitive. He was in a fire, and he was sensitive to fire.
I'm not sensitive, okay? It's just you constantly are making these little snide comments about my appearance, my upper body strength. Just because I struggled to lift that textbook that one time, suddenly to you I have bird arms. There was gum between the textbook and the desk. It wasn't my fault. I mean, it was my gum, but it wasn't my fault that I couldn't lift, you know?
Kind of sounds like it was your fault.
Maybe, but like, leave me alone, okay? Like, I'm doing my best here, and you're being a real dick.
Here I was trying to be nice, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe you
try
should
harder.
figure out some manners.
Figure out Fuck you, man. I'm going to Taco Bell. Have fun with your fucking birds.
I'm
Makes
telling
me
the
so
professor
mad.
you said about the birds. I'm telling the professor you said that about
No,
the birds. You can't get away
come
from me.
on. He's hate that policy where you lose points every time you insult birds. It's so fucked up. Fucking hate. I'm gonna push my way through these double doors.
Oh, hey,
Mike.
Adam,
Sorry,
watch
Mike.
it.
Sorry.
Watch it. I'm sorry. Listen,
Wow. Oh wow, you ever see that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward gets hit in the face with a door and he's handsome now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really thought that was gonna happen to you, but I guess it didn't. Are you okay?
Listen. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm installing the sensitive Sean Memorial fire extinguisher over here, and you just slammed me in the face with the door. You're an asshole.
Why are you putting the fire extinguisher on the outside of the building? Is what I want.
What if the fire is inside the building and you want to get in and put out the fire? You're not gonna you got to be prepared.
And there's nobody inside the building in imminent danger of the fire, where maybe they would want a fire extinguisher too.
Well, they could just come outside and get it. I don't it's fine.
This is a
You
tall
don't have to
building,
be.
Mike. This is 3 stories tall, and I think, maybe like 50 classrooms per floor. I mean, you're talking about some people could be very far away from this single fire extinguisher.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that we have one fire extinguisher. It's better than 0. It's a big building, like you said.
I guess so, but we are lousy with hydrants. It's just the problem is the trucks can't get up here because they haven't built the road yet.
Well, you got to understand that would interrupt the migration.
They are
patterns
all
of the frat boys.
gassed up, though.
Yeah,
The trucks are all
ready to
gassed
go.
up.
They just don't have big enough tires to run over that curb. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's a shame. We got
Anyway, how
hydrants
is
here. So what are
ornithology?
you? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just upset because there's this guy in my ornithology class. His name's Sean. They call him Shameless Sean.
Oh, it's Shameless Sean?
He's an asshole.
Oh, no, that guy sucks.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
I was talking about that with Sensitive Sean, and he would say that, I would say the only thing that would get him to stop crying because he was so sensitive was when I said, Sean, your brother sucks, and he would say, yeah, that guy's an asshole, and we'd gripe about that for a little bit, and then he'd go back to crying about whatever he was crying about.
Rest in power. But I'm sorry. I'm kind of steaming here. He just makes me so mad because he just, tears me down. Like, I was feeling really good about my upper body today. I was in the gym earlier. I was like, I got up to like the fives. I got up to the 5-pound dumbbells, man. You shouldn't see me. I was doing I did like 10 reps with the 5 pounds.
Dude, you're
curls.
looking yoked, honestly. You're making some progress. Yeah.
It's not just a flat line. Like, my bicep doesn't just hew to the curvature of whatever bone is underneath there. Mm-hmm. There's now a little bit of depth to it.
Yeah.
My doctor's thrilled.
Before it was concave. Like, you could, there was a little
Yes.
dip in it. So this is huge progress for you. I'm very proud. But he was ragging on you about it?
Yeah, he doesn't see it that way. Apparently, I'm not yoked enough for him. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's hard when you're feeling good about yourself. Someone tears you down. Mm-hmm. It's, pissed.
You can't let it get to you, man. That's what Sean wants. Sean wants to just kind of, be an asshole. He wants to tear everybody down. He's just there. Like, you should have heard the shit he was saying to my psych professor. He was going off on him.
And you don't even know what psychology means. It's the study of the mind. It's the study of understanding the mind Do you understand? Do you mind? I'm trying to talk with my friend.
I want to.
You know, it's just if you're going to teach me these things, you have to understand that the mind is an important tool. That you understand the psychology of the mind, and like I feel like I'm mega mind, and you're not.
Sean,
you don't even mind my opinion.
Sean, I
about
haven't
the mind.
even started the class yet. Please sit down. Let me just Why don't you wait? I'm going to put up the slides. Hold your comments until then, please. I'll be happy to talk to you after.
I feel like it's the. Oh wait, this isn't my class.
Yeah, and then he just left. He just walked out. What the? Like,
he's just. It sounds like he's just an agent of chaos. He's going around just giving everyone a hard time. Somebody's got to stand up to this guy or make him change his behavior. I don't know.
Yeah, well, no, you can't stand up to him because, like, if you stand up to him, because no, here's the thing: if you stand up to him, he's going to, he's going to take that as a challenge, and he's going to do. What you got to do is you got to subtly flex on him. Just like, don't engage, don't respond to him.
I've been making a lot of progress, but my doctor says I absolutely should not flex.
No, it's a metaphor, Adam. I understand the dangers. No, you just gotta like subtly show that you're better than him in whatever he's talking about. If he's so that's what the professor did. He ignored him and then caught him on a spelling mistake. He spelled Freud with an O and an I. So that got him to shut up. It was great.
Mike, you're so wrong. Sorry, I heard you guys talking over here.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah, what's up? Sorry, I got hit in the head earlier. Like a door swung open and hit me in the face.
Oh, that's happening.
You also notice Alex looks unreasonably handsome.
You are looking good.
Hey, Mike, where'd you get the black eye?
I don't really want to talk about it, actually.
Anyway, don't listen to Mike, Adam. This Sean guy, I've dealt with his kind before, and there's only one way this ends well. Harpoon gun.
Whoa, that's...
Wait, hold on. That seems illegal.
Is this is this registered?
Yes.
Okay.
In the state of Washington.
All right. No, I think there's transferability there. I will take this just in case.
I'm not saying, like through the heart. I'm saying have it and then, just like the foot.
But this is good.
Non-dominant foot.
I am going to non-dominant. Got it. I am going to whaling class next. I do have intro to whaling.
Oh yeah, I just came from
because I'm majoring in zoology now, so I'm all over the place. And we do something special here, which is one class per animal. So we got birds, we got whales. I'm going to kangaroos later. That's a study abroad actually, but it's tough because it's only one day a week. So
isn't that women's studies?
I'm getting a lot of
abroad?
Qantas smiles. I feel like we might have made that joke before.
No, we could not.
Is that possible?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's that's a different program, but
yeah, I'm excited for you to take the ape class, human see, human do.
Well, yeah, because it comes after human be, human do. Which is like the intermediate level, and then human A, human do is the intro. And I got AP credit. Sorry, yeah. I got APE credit for doing some of those in high school, so I'm all the way up to C.
Yeah, and after human be, human do, it's where are you, Scooby-Doo?
Well, that's my afternoon routine you're talking about now, where I go home and I watch my... I like to alternate. I'll do Scooby-Doo, where are you, what's new, Scooby-Doo, I'll do all of them.
But... yeah, so is Shameless Sean like interrupting your Scooby-Doo watching time?
He's in my whaling class too, which is why it's fortuitous that I'm gonna bring that. Like that's like Mike. I kind of think you might have something there about like one-upping him and like showing him that he can't push me around because I'm gonna stroll in to whaling class with a fucking harpoon and maybe get a little extra credit.
That's it. Now, I think that's better than the assault allegations that this guy was
I'm not saying assault. I'm saying bring it.
Bless you.
Sneeze on him.
The harpoon goes
and then... Whoops.
Whoa, holy crap. It's a sneeze-activated harpoon. Wow. My God.
I'll
just
go
went
get
through
that
the
for
window
you.
up there. Yeah, can you? Hopefully, I think that class is. Oh no. So I'm gonna take this, Alex. Can you just reel it in, do a Steely Dan and reel it in?
Nah, just use this one.
Oh wow, you've got like
How
a
many harpoons do you got
bandolier
there?
of harpoons.
Just two.
Where did you
Just two.
go? We cut to
What do you mean?
whaling boat off the coast of Long Island.
Hold the sails tight, my lad. We're going after him, and he's going deep.
Aye, sir.
Look,
Load
he's
the
breaching.
harpoons.
There he goes.
Where are they?
Shoot him! Shoot him, or we're eating good tonight.
It's the white whale.
The harpoons are gone.
What?
Okay, what?
Both harpoons are gone, sir. I don't know where they are.
What
Wait,
did
hold
you-
on.
who took
But
the
this is the
harpoons?
This is the white whale I've been searching for decades. Can we please get it together here? We've got to have one harpoon left on the boat.
This is a whaling boat we got. We must have him.
There must be one.
Get it.
There wasn't one.
Get the fishing line.
Oh, you did go down to the wharf, didn't you, Alex? Is there a harpoon salesman down there? That must have been what happened, right? You went down to Limbrook Wharf?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I got him for a steal.
Good. Well, if I could have one, that would be great. It's really, I think you're onto something, Mike. I'm going to try to one-up Sean,
Yeah, you
maybe
got
put him in his place a little.
Well, good luck, buddy.
What are you guys going to do?
I think this building needs more than one fire extinguisher, so I'm gonna go put up another sensitive Sean memorial fire extinguisher at some other point in the building.
And I guess I'll go along and make this fun.
All right, don't shoot the harpoon.
Fine, I'll leave it here. I'll leave it there. Let's go, quick.
We followed the camera. Okay, so the camera follows the harpoon as it shoots up in the air. It's very fast zoom up, and then it arcs down, and it lands into the dirt right next to Mike and Alex, and the camera follows them as they go.
So the difficult part is really getting the breakable glass in there, because the glass is so breakable that if you even touch it the wrong way, it's going to shatter. So you gotta be kind of cautious about that one.
And how is it easy enough to shatter with my fist?
Yeah, no, that's the idea. The idea is that if you punch it, it will break, so you can get the fire extinguisher.
Can I try?
But we only have 4. Okay, I mean, sure, if you want to really try it. Yeah. Okay. Great. Now the fire alarm's going in the building. Yeah. Great. We did it. Woohoo.
Let's
Alex,
put the fire extinguisher in.
Okay. Thank you. We could have done this in a different order here, Alex. I'm going to be honest with you. You really don't know how to do a good job on things. I feel like you're dedicated to just kind of finding the first way that you can fuck something up and just running with that.
Mike, I resent that. I live a very calculated life.
We cut to Mike's psychology class. So, Mike, if you want to get extra credit, you really got to start psychoanalyzing your friends and report back to me, okay? Does that sound like something you can do? Because you're failing this class.
Is this entirely ethical?
This is between you and me. This is between you, me, and Moodle, my man. So just go do your best.
I do got one more question.
And when you write your notes, be detailed.
Okay, I got another question. Okay, cool. Okay, got it.
Yeah. No, what is your question? Come back, please.
I didn't know who Moodle was, and I was very confused.
Oh, it's a learning management software.
Oh, okay. All right, got it.
Sorry.
I thought there was a third person behind the door or something like that.
It's sort of similar, Blackboard. It's sort of similar to that.
Yeah, I know Moodle.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Maybe that's a better. I don't know. I don't know what people use. Sorry.
Is that what you? Wait, is that where I've been supposed to turn in my assignments? Is that?
Yeah, that's why you're failing,
okay,
because you've been. Somehow you haven't been turning in your assignments, but your plagiarism check results have been straight hundreds. So I don't know what is going on there.
I don't. Okay, understood. All right.
All right. So go write down your friend's
can-
secrets, bring them back to me so I can. Grade you.
Sounds good. Bye. Yeah. So how does that make you feel about you doing a bad job at everything you touch?
Mike, I don't do a bad job on anything. Adam's gonna kick shameless Sean's ass with the harpoon after your advice inevitably fails.
Delusional. Wait, hold on. Do you? Okay. Hold on. So you actively just want to see the most harm in people?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I work for results.
Uh-huh.
You know, I was mayor very effectively for like 2 days at up some point. The rest, I plead the fifth. I got a lot done. I made people happy. I can count on one finger the amount of people whose lives are improved because of my actions. It's me.
Does that bother you at all that you bring a general, horrible, you bring everybody down around you? Does that ever impact you in a negative way?
Cut back to the classroom. And Mike, remember, we did that whole unit on being impartial and giving your clients positive regard as you're asking them questions. Forget that. That was for everyone else. I see promise in you. Really dig in on them and make them feel bad about yourself. Really ask very leading questions that should make them feel defensive and not want to open up to you. Got it?
Yeah, I can do that, no problem.
Okay, because I got the bluest balls, man. I really need something special.
What are you getting at this exactly?
You'll see.
Oh, God.
Mike, I think it's very boring to live life, the expected way.
Right.
You got to make things interesting. You got to be creative and fun and different.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Read you. Got you. Is that your priority more than human safety?
No, of course not. Safety is very important to me.
Okay.
I always make sure that I am safe when I fire my harpoon gun at others.
You're a fascinating individual, Alex. You know that?
Thanks, Mike. I rank pretty highly. I'm in the top 3 content creators on the Barone zone.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of great. That's awesome. Okay, so...
Yeah, right behind Kalanji and Val.
They do get a lot of fan votes. They are big. They are big fans. Okay, great. Would you describe yourself more as a narcissist, or would that be more antisocial personality disorder in your personal opinion?
Camera
Mike,
over Mike's shoulders shows that he has a worksheet with only 2 checkboxes on it that say narcissism or antisocial personality disorder.
Do I have to pick one?
Yeah. Oh, do you think it's both? It could be both.
Okay, can I pick 0? Do I have to?
Okay.
I
mean, I gotta check something. I mean, you really don't think you have either? Really don't?
Look,
You think you got nothing?
I don't have time for this. I have to play.
What are you doing?
I have to play today's New York Times Moodle. Let's see, 5 letters. Cut to a professor.
What does this mean? This was supposed to be a 5,000-word essay. Alex, this was supposed to be a 5,000-word essay on, the Transcontinental Railroad. And you just...
Well, transcontinental isn't a 5-letter word, bro.
You did trial. You did witch. You did... Yeah, I will say, 5,000 words, 25,000 letters. You've kind of nailed it in that sense. It's pretty great.
Thanks, other professor.
Yeah, thanks for co-teaching this class with me.
Oh yeah, you got it, buddy. You listen.
Well, because it's advanced trains, and I'm the engine, and he's the caboose. So that's sort of the arrangement, and we're married also.
Since they cut the overall tuition, they don't have enough money to pay for more classes, so us professors have to share.
Yeah, that's how it works. Is they pay by class, they don't pay the staff.
Yeah.
They pay for what it is they license the material. So yes.
Alex doesn't need
never
to know
knew.
all this. We're kind of...
You don't need to know this.
I just like trains, bruh.
Arg, students, take your seats. We're about to be starting about the whaling class in just a moment.
Oh, sorry I'm late, Professor. Was just had to get some of my school supplies.
Ahoy, hold it. Is that a harpoon?
Yeah, this is a harpoon.
I
What do you
haven't
think?
seen a harpoon since I sailed the seven seas. The last harpoon I saw took me hand, and then I found it again. But it was. I don't like.
Yeah,
harpoons.
you just followed the rope, right?
I just saw. Yeah, it is quite an efficient system. It does catch whatever it does. No, harpoons are a wonderful machine, but what model is it?
This, it looks like it's a TI-86.
Oh, that's a good model. That's a good year.
Yeah.
86 was a good year. Yeah. But
Yeah,
I
and
do
you
need.
can harpoon and you can do cosines on it. It's pretty great.
Yeah, actually, it's quite impressive. You need to calculate the trigonometry in order to land the.
It's all angles. That's
Yeah,
what I'm learning.
Oh yeah, we'll get there in week 4. But I do need you to leave the harpoon outside. It's a little it gets me a little twitchy.
The door swings open. Sorry I'm late, everyone.
Oh hey,
Sean?
Whale. Hello,
Ugh.
Adam. Nice
Sean.
harpoon you've got there.
Thank you.
It's almost as nice as mine.
oh my, all right. This is.
Fuck. The actual fuck. God
Excuse
damn.
me, other student. You also will need to leave your harpoon outside. I want to make it clear: there's no harpoon policy. There's a no harpoon policy in this classroom.
You know, I'm glad you brought this up, Professor, because it leads into my 30-minute tirade about how student discrimination is ruining this school, specifically with the use of banning harpoons from people whose names begin with S. You
Oh,
see,
you are
back in
you're a bit,
1985,
you're a little bit much, aren't you, there, lad?
I'd like to think the rest of you aren't enough, especially you, Adam.
What the You know what, Sean? I think you'll find that I'm more than enough. Okay? Why don't you and I take both of our harpoons outside and maybe everyone comes with us and we see who's enough. Okay? And we see who's got the best harpoon skills. And maybe
Are you asking for a whaling competition?
Yes, that is definitely safer than a duel, which is what I was initially thinking, where we would shoot our harpoons at each other. I say we do turn them out towards the sea. Let's do
Why
that.
would I shoot my own harpoon at myself?
No, that's God damn it. You are exhausting. But look,
You're still awake, though.
why
Well,
do
I
you
did
speak
have-
in these riddles?
I did have a 3-hour lecture prepared for blubber and oil and all the benefits of whaling, but this seems like more fun. To the docks!
Professor, if it makes you feel any better, there's probably nothing you could have said that I didn't already know.
That does not make me feel better, no.
To the docks.
To the docks!
Go down to Limbrook Wharf.
Just gonna have to school some homeboys again.
All right, everybody. You will be riding this boat with me as the captain, me, Professor Captain, as we take it off into the Long Island Sound. Now, to be clear,
Captain, can I be co-captain?
no,
That doesn't
What about
seem
associate
fair.
co-captain, sir?
there are no associate co-captains.
I will continue
Objection.
talking until you give me a promotion. In 1985, the
All
existence
right,
of the first
you're
harpoon.
associate poop deck swapper.
Well,
There
then
you go.
shouldn't I
Absolutely,
also
and as
be
associate poop debt swapper, I am now demoting Adam Rudy to poop deck swappee.
That doesn't seem fair,
And as
Professor
we know who poop deck
Captain.
swappies cannot operate harpoons, I will take that for
No,
him, and I will
no,
operate
no,
poop
no,
deck.
no.
is not a that is
Give
that is
me
not
that.
Okay.
Ooh, I was able to pull that away from you. That's a first for me. I've never been able to pull something away from someone. But Professor Captain, doesn't it seem like before we start handing out promotions, we should have the competition? I mean, wouldn't that be in the
cannot-
spirit?
I cannot
Of
emphasize
whaling?
enough how small a promotion that was. It really can't even be determined as a promotion.
Nevertheless.
As associate poop deck swapper, I agree.
I think. Oh,
Nevertheless, as a seaman of such high caliber,
nice.
I thought you'd like that.
Professor, that's pretty
that was-
inappropriate
that
to
was
make
good
a joke about that. I prefer highbrow comedy.
I like your.
you, short, annoying one. -10.
He's talking to you, Adam.
Okay.
My name is not Sean.
He mixed up our names, obviously.
Professor Captain, what do you think of this button that I have with the cartoon of a whale on it that says "Ask me about my sperm"?
That's a great job. Hey, you know what? You're looking pretty good in this competition there, son.
Yeah, isn't that interesting, Sean?
Well, you may have that, but I already have the deposit for your next 3 classes, sir.
Okay, students that are not bothering me actively, all you other people back there, this competition you are to observe. We're going into the Long Island Sound. The first person to catch a whale on their harpoon wins the class.
Wait, sorry, physics question. What do you mean by that?
Well, I think I was pretty clear. You shoot the
He
harpoon.
was perfectly clear. What are you
shoot
talking
the
about?
harpoon.
Yeah, you catch a whale.
Then what?
You catch the whale. Then you bring it to shore and you have a good day.
And you win.
Yeah.
How much do whales weigh? Is it more or less than 10 pounds?
A bunch. I'd say
my
probably
God.
more. If you catch a good one, it's probably more.
Someone didn't read about whales, am I right? Don't talk to me. Yeah, I'm right.
Okay, well, that's gonna be difficult for me, but I guess been working hard in the gym. I think I can try. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Oh yeah. Keep in mind that the whales are in the water, and water makes everything lighter. So you're probably in a good shape.
Thank you, that's reassuring.
Yeah. You're welcome. All right. Anchors away. And the boats.
Question, where are the sport harpoons? This one is my mother's. I promise not to get it dirty.
Oh my God.
Look
Borrow
at this
this one.
guy changing the... No, but that's...
I thought you didn't like harpoons. Why do you have a harpoon? I don't
Could
understand.
you shut up for about 5 seconds?
Let's take 20 minutes to dive into your backstory, shall we?
We
No,
cut back
we
to the
don't.
psychology class. So, Sean, I
Yes.
gave the same assignment. I'm gonna give you the same assignment because I heard your points. I heard you complain. I'm gonna give you the same extra credit assignment I gave to Mike. You really gotta
Well,
get.
here's the
deep
deal,
into
Professor.
No,
I didn't really ask for my extra credit, so it's like,
This is my.
can I just say
No.
like one thing?
This is
Can
my
I just say-
domain right now. Okay, Professor's sweating and breathing.
Actually, the
very
appropriate
heavily.
term would be kingdom.
Shut the fuck up. I need this. Here's a piece of paper. Go find somebody.
I would call this more of a piece of
psychoanalyze.
parchment,
Shut the
actually,
fuck
Professor.
Up. I need to come.
Sounds like you need a date.
What I need is for you to take this piece of paper, psychoanalyze somebody, bring me back very detailed, vivid, graphic notes.
All right, I'll choose you, Professor. Now, let's get into why you can't
choose
come.
me. Believe me, it doesn't work if it's me. I've tried. I need you to
Shit,
find...
I'm late for my harpooning class. I have
That
my harpoon
person.
right here.
That-
It's really interesting, actually. Let me go
Wait,
into
wait,
this
wait,
for the
wait.
next 5 minutes.
Wait.
So you see, in
wait.
1984...
Shut,
what?
God damn... God. Are you in Professor Captain's class?
I'd like to think he's in my class.
Okay, but that guy... Oh, he's got secrets. That guy's got secrets. That's going to be good. That's the release I'm looking for. I don't think Mike's going to be able to get me what I need, but you get me some deep, dark psychoanalysis of Professor Captain, and I'll pass you right away. You don't even have to
Oh,
come
are you
to the rest
referring
of the
to
class.
Mike I or whatever the fuck? Yeah, he's a real piece of work. You know, honestly, I can't believe that he has friends because he's so annoying. All he does is talk, and he's like this moral compass, and it's just really annoying. And that actually reminds me of a story. See, back in 1984.
Okay.
Ah, shit, I'm late. Okay, I'm gonna go psychoanalyze my next professor, but we're
Thank you.
not done talking about this coming thing.
Oh, all right. I am actively ignoring you. I don't know you. I don't think I'm going to talk to you.
That's all right. I'm more creative than real life anyway, so I'll write one for you. You see, your first
there's
name
a
is
whale.
Mary.
Everyone,
Oh,
point your
whale.
attention to the whale. Everyone, go.
That's a massive
That actually
white
looks to
whale.
be a whale shark,
Oh
which
my
is
God.
technically a shark, so I don't know. Oh, is it a white whale?
That's a
Yes,
white
Yes, that's
whale.
technically a white
No,
whale.
whale sharks.
Wait, Professor, take this telescope. Look, is that a whaling boat chasing it across the sound? What is that?
Oh no! Yes, that's me. Oh, yes, me boy. Nice.
Is that your old crew?
That's me old crew that went missing after my hand got harpooned off the boat. And I
Wait,
went to
did
find
Oh,
one
it.
poor
of-
Mary.
Did one of your old crew shoot your hand off with a harpoon?
Yes, he was a clumsy little guy. I'll tell you all about him at some point. But we gotta go help him. We gotta go get me crew back.
Oh yeah, that was my dad.
Oh, that checks it out. That makes a lot of sense.
Hey, that's my son.
What did you say? What? Sorry, the swabby is yelling something. What's going on? We've got the whale. We're trying to go get the whale. What are you looking at down there?
That other boat down there. See, my son's on it with his professor. That actually reminds me of an interesting whaling story. See, back in 1984. Oh shit, the whale's getting away.
Silent Sean Sr., I gotta say, I appreciate... I know that when you don't shut up, you talk for hours, and that's why we've told you to shut up. We need you to shut up again. We'll go get your son at some point.
Last time I shut up, my other son died because I did not call the police when the fire was happening in that house because I was told to be quiet and I was being smug about it, and that's the lesson I learned. You see,
I
10
feel
years
like
ago
there's a
when I
middle
was but a
ground.
Boy Scout...
Wait. I've got to write this down. I need it for extra credit.
We cut back to the other ship.
Good old
Fire the
Dad.
harpoons! Get.
Are they in the competition, Professor? Because if they're in the competition, it seems like they might have an unfair advantage. I think it should
Yeah,
just
sure,
be
they're
us.
in the competition. Go get
All right,
it.
let's start the boat.
Adam, I think you better watch and learn because I don't know if you know how to properly fire a harpoon. You see, you load it like this, and then you aim it like this, and you fire it like that. That was just a tester shot. That's why I
I've
clearly
already
missed, 'cause I
started
wanted
my
you to see how to
speedboat,
do it.
and I'm rapidly pulling away from Sean.
Oh, there he
towards
goes.
the
He's driving away,
whale.
motorboating away from shameless Sean, who is trying to still teach him how to do his job, and he is not here anymore. Professor, I believe Adam is cheating. We should start over. I'm going to get my own boat, and I believe that I should be given a 15-second head start and a perfect score for the semester.
We cut to 15 minutes in the future when Adam has successfully beached the white whale with the crew next to it, and shameless Sean still rambling about how unfair the whole thing is.
And see, because in 1984 the act of whaling was declared illegal in the United States, that I thought that this was an illegal endeavor until my dad told me it wasn't.
I didn't
And then
think-
also, you professor, you were going on and on about how important it was
Oh,
that we
he
Shut
had a
the
whale.
fuck up, Sean. I didn't think...
Oh, Adam.
I thought there was more rope in the harpoon. I didn't realize it was going to pull me into the water with him, but...
Oh,
I
no,
got
they
him.
do that. They do
Professor.
that. But you did. Oh,
Professor Captain, I got him.
I'm proud of you, son. Everybody gather round. Did you see how Adam did it? He did everything, almost completely wrong, but he still beached the whale because he's a master of the craft. This is the man. The whale was wagging him around like a wet dog. It was insane. It was great.
It was.
I have never.
It was a lot like the Dustin Hoffman movie Wag the Dog, except I was the dog. Have you
You were the
seen
dog.
Have you seen that? Oh god.
Professor, I'm flattered. I taught him everything he knows, actually.
You actively did
back
not.
in the day,
You
I
actively.
really
no,
was...
no, we're done. We're done with this.
Hey Sean, shut the fuck up.
Adam, there's no way to talk to your constituents. I mean, what are they going to think about you? What if you wanted to start a podcast
What does the
one
word
day?
constituency? What does the word constituent mean in your mind?
Yeah, Adam, what does it mean?
No, I'm talking to you.
Yeah,
Sean.
he's talking to you.
No, Sean, I'm talking to you.
He's confused. He thinks you're Sean again.
Is
No,
there
I don't.
anything that anyone can do to make this guy change his behavior in like a significant way? Is there some
You know,
sort
it's
of
honestly,
thing?
it's so important to me that you all understand. He gets shot in the foot with a harpoon gun.
We follow the camera.
You see Alex in the
pans.
distance. I got him.
Mike is standing next to him with the new fire extinguisher. Holy shit! He's also taking furious notes. How does that make you feel
Mike,
in this
give
moment?
give me the fire extinguisher.
Here, go-
I attach it to the base of the harpoon gun. I hit it, and it launches into space, taking Sean with it.
Whoa! Hold on. We see on the boat Sean's dad watches his son getting shot up into the sky, and he takes his harpoon gun and shoots it, pierces Sean's other foot. It gets taut, and it takes the momentum takes Sean's dad with him, so they'll be together forever.
Oh, you know, this is really bad because I was thinking about my other son, and now I'm not sure I can. Well, that's a shame. I was kind of hoping he would come back in a future episode. I really liked him.
Alex.
Hey guys,
Yeah. Hey, Adam. Adam, I gotta give you credit. That whaling was incredibly impressive.
Thank you. I
You-
feel really bad about it from like an environmental standpoint, but
Right.
yeah. Alex,
No, I understand. I could tell because we could tell that you were peeing your pants as you were whaling that guy. But
Which is hard to do in the water.
it's very hard to do.
Yeah,
we
when the
could still
whale
tell.
when the whale sort of did that spin and flung me over the shore, and I, was actively peeing, and I did a little bit of a sprinkler. I didn't realize that you guys were in the splash zone. I'm sorry about that.
No, it
but
was fine.
I guess, look, I have to admit, guys, I tried taking the high road with Sean by pettily trying to one-up him, and a very stupid and really kind of horrible, like, whaling is not a good practice. Like, it's kind of fucked up if you think
No.
about it. But I tried to take the high road and do that, but it turns out that sometimes you just got to shoot a guy in the foot with a harpoon. So, Alex, thank you for that.
I hope you learned never to listen to Mike because, frankly, the right thing to do is usually the funny and violent thing. And Mike, that is how it's done.
Mike finishes taking notes, closes his notebook, and says, Alex, you have been a huge help to me today. You've been a huge help to Adam. You're a great person.
I haven't felt this good since I was mayor that one time.
We do a wave transition to Mike walking on campus. He walks into his psych professor's classroom. Oh, Mike! Thank God.
Here you go.
What'd you get? Oh,
There you go. I got a whole analysis about Alex and how he watched as he killed what I'm pretty sure is the last whale in the Long Island Sound. He watched his friend kill the last whale in the Long Island Sound, and he shot a guy with a harpoon and sent him into space. It was so cool.
This is good. That's a lot of... I see you did check off sociopath, which that is going to be really good. Thank you for that.
That wasn't a box. You gave me narcissist and antisocial, so I made another box and I wrote sociopath.
That's clever thinking right there. I'm gonna have that's extra points. Let me put it into Moodle right now. I'm not gonna hit enter because that is gonna be the point that I climax is when I enter your grade into the learning management software. So I want to be alone for that.
I feel like we need to acknowledge how terribly inappropriate this conversation is.
Knock, knock. Professor, it's me, Ahab. I got the notes you want. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were with someone.
Hey, excuse me. I beat you to it. I get the points.
I didn't realize it was a race. Professor, I got this guy. He has been on my whaling ship for 40 years and hasn't spoken to his son since he killed his other son. What do you think? That's pretty hot, Mike. What do you got to top that?
I got Alex talking about his time as mayor and how that gave him kind of a god complex and
political intrigue. This is good. This is some Gary Hart shit right here. That's good. Is that an old reference?
Probably, because I don't get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You young people, you don't even know about Gary Hart.
I don't know about Gary Hart. Is that someone I got to do a project on?
Yeah. No, I mean, I've definitely gotten enough mileage out of Gary Hart already. There's nothing else I can use there, but that is good, Mike. That's good political intrigue. Ahab, you got anything to top that? Well, the guy did shoot his own son in the foot with a harpoon. Wait a second.
So did my guy. Well, I guess it wasn't his son.
Guys, let me see your notes. I got to run this through the plagiarism checker because that's very similar. Oh no. Oh, this is not good. Mike, Ahab, it seems like you guys copied off of each other.
We did not. I swear we did not.
Yeah, this is no good, guys.
I've never been this man before in my life. Well, I got it. We'll prove who actually wrote it with a whaling competition in the Long Island Sound.
Sounds good to me. That will make me come.
to the docks.
Well, guys, it's another... This has been an eventful morning, to say the least. I missed my fucking kangaroo class. Missed my flight to Sydney, so I'm fucked.
Yeah.
That's going to be like 10 points off my final grade. I really...
guess they'll see you in kangaroo court, am I right?
Yeah, I hate that when they lowered the tuition, they started like doing frivolous lawsuits against the students to sort of like try to get some damages for the coffers. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
I mean, that's how I got unlimited lunches. So
Because you did what exactly? You were in the drive-through at the dining hall and you spilled hot coffee on your lap?
yeah, and then I shot the chef with a harpoon gun.
Okay.
You've gone crazy with harpoon guns, huh?
I'm actually not a liability to say any more about this.
Well, I guess we all learned something this morning, and
Did we?
that's what matters.
I learned nothing.
I learned that psychology professors are creeps. I think that was the moral of my story.
I think that has been true for...
I learned that I'm right.
Yeah, Alex, I guess this was really vindicating for you,
Yeah.
and Mike, I don't really care what your thing is. I was really kind of focused on my thing today. So,
Yeah, no, you had a lot of stuff going on too.
How's your memorial for that young man who died in the fire going?
I think I got up 1.5 fire extinguishers, which is more than the university had before. So hey,
And
I
both
think that's
outside?
Both
Both
are
outside?
outside. Both are outside because we know that most fires happen outdoors. So
Okay, well, I think we've had a full day. Why don't we just go? I mean, this is a nice like little pier here on the wharf. They got the bench.
Let's
here.
do our
Nice.
recording here.
You
shall
can you
we?
can see Connecticut from here. Why don't we do our podcast here? I've got the mobile recording stuff. I think actually this harpoon might do that. Oh yeah, look at that. If it's got a record on it.
Oh yeah, no, that's the 86th option.
That's right. Man, Texas Instruments is popping off.
They're expanding. They're cornering the markets on podcasting harpoons.
Speaking of popping off, do you guys want to pop off about this week's episode of Everybody Loves Raymond?
Oh, that's a transition.
Always.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, welcome back to the Barone Zone, everybody. We are talking about Season 4, Episode 9 of Everybody Loves Raymond. No thanks, wherein Deborah tries a new approach to Marie's negative attitude. What'd you guys think of this episode? I thought it was kind of middling.
Yeah, I wasn't super impressed. I mean, like,
I don't think I'm ever gonna. I don't think I'm gonna remember this one.
Yeah. I will say that I think that, like, there were a couple really funny moments. Like, the one that stands out to me specifically is when Deborah calls out Robert and
You can call him Robbie if you
Are
want.
we friends? Are we friendly like that? Have we gotten to that point?
You're familiar with him at this
Yeah.
Call
point.
him Robbie.
All right, so yeah, when she calls out Robbie and Ray was like, "Hey, doesn't she criticize me?" And the look of abject fear in their faces is very, very funny.
And then turning to Frank to ask him, and then Frank pretending to fall asleep. Very obviously,
incredible.
that was very good.
The chef's kiss. It was a great moment. Outside of that, though, I really think that most of the jokes were okay, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, I kind of feel too that this plot is kind of well-trod territory at this point, right? Like we've seen Marie be critical of Deborah, and I don't know if this is enough to sustain a full episode. I did like the details about, Frank and Robert making fun of Ray's corduroy pants. Do want to point out Robert is wearing a corduroy jacket in this episode.
I did notice that. I thought that was
the height of hypocrisy.
Word pants.
I don't know if that was intentional or like an intentional little bit, or if that was just an oversight by the costume.
I feel like the costume designer was like, "This is going to be a fun little meta joke."
How do you think costuming works?
You get an idea, you bring it from the board of costuming. There are 5 people there. They vote on it. If you get the majority say aye, then you do it.
That's democracy.
Sounds like someone's been skipping his costuming course.
Oh yeah, you are taking that. Oh no, sorry, you're taking colostomy, not costume. Costumery. What is the actual word? Costuming.
Costuming. Yeah, no, It was very concerning when I showed up to my my colostomy class wearing a full Captain Jack Sparrow costume.
But you just got off your shift in Times Square, right?
Yeah. And by the way, I did get fired from Times Square.
Oh no!
I punched.
You
one
got
too many
fired from
Almos.
Times Square. Oh no, that's a shame. I'm so sorry to hear that. But yes, Robert is wearing a corduroy jacket. That's not how costuming works. And also, I did think that added to the episode, though. I
It
think
did.
having that little side joke was good. What do you think about the framing device of the the cold open really being used in the plot of the episode, which doesn't happen every time, of Allie saying, the twins won't stop gobbling at me, which is kind of an oblique reference to Thanksgiving. I don't think anyone says Thanksgiving until like 6 minutes into the episode. So I
They
was
don't
not I
say
did
it
not
till the
realize
big
this
thing,
was a Thanksgiving episode until later. But the boys are gobbling at her, and Deborah's advice is just ignore them and they'll see it doesn't bother you and they'll stop doing it. And Ray's advice is to not give advice and just shout at them that they will never see ice cream again for the rest of their lives, which does get them to stop. So that framing device about this is how we're going to, two approaches to dealing with kids. Now we're going to apply that to adults. What did you think? Was that effective? Was that overly kind of, hitting the
it was
nail on
like-
the head too much?
It was a bit. If I can be critical of this episode,
Please
it's
do.
a bit forced in my opinion. It was decent parenting advice. I think when you're a kid, a lot of the time the kids is looking for a reaction, so that's fine. But to go and say, "Hey, let's see if this works on your parents," that I don't know. I didn't find that realistic or particularly interesting. If I'm being completely blunt about it, so
Yeah, that's what I would say, is that it's not a big enough difference between the two approaches, right? Because sometimes you do need to present, you do need to interfere in a conflict between your children. I say this as a parent of no one. And other times, you want to teach them those self-sufficiency skills or conflict resolution skills. But I don't think it's a wide, the children's book. That's an example of we got two strong contrasts in Ray and Deborah's approach to that, and then the conflict comes from there. There wasn't enough of that competition between them that can really liven up an episode, I think.
no, this entire schematic was clearly designed for the sole purpose of getting Marie, Deborah, and Amy in a room cooking together for the majority of the episode. And that was the entire
Absolutely.
purpose, which was fine, but it really wasn't as funny as I was kind of hoping it would be. Marie sucks and is mean to Deborah, and Deborah just kind of laughs. And, that happens 8 times. And, I don't know, after the first time, after Amy's initial reaction of, what the hell's going on, it lost its mojo for me.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Mike. I just don't. I don't think it was that strong of a premise to do for the entire episode. I feel like this could have been a fine 5 minutes kind of set up an argument between Deborah and Marie. How sometimes
That's
they
an
have those
interesting point,
episodes
Mm-hmm.
where there's an issue in the beginning, and then you have the two halves of the story discussed with two different sides of the family, and then they come together at the end to figure it out. I feel like that could have worked here, and could have been a more stronger point where you kind of have Deborah talking to Ray about it for most of the episode, and Marie talking to Frank about it for most of the episode, and then Amy comes in at the end and kind of tells you the middle ground or whatever.
I do think they use that.
Which is also a super stereotypical plot structure,
Yeah,
but I feel like it could have worked better for this episode.
that's what I was going to say too, is that that we do see that formula over and over again of Marie does something, Deborah's upset at something that Marie and Frank or Robert have done, and so we get the scene of her and Ray in the bedroom talking about it. Ray doesn't want to solve the problem, Deborah wants to solve the problem. Then we see Ray go over, get the parents' side, and then the two clash in the third act of the episode, and then all is reset for the future, which I think we could have used more of that structure in this episode, like you're saying, Alex. That's a good engine. It's formulaic, but it's the engine that this show uses a lot, and it works. But the existential. Go ahead, Mike.
I was just gonna say, I thought that when this conflict started happening, I thought this was the thing that starts that weird. There's a point. I thought it was season 4. Maybe I'm wrong. Where Deborah and Marie have like a multi-episode spat where they just don't talk to
I
each
think
other.
I remember that. Yeah.
I thought that this was gonna be the start of that whole thing, but apparently not. Which I'm fine with. This would have been a stupid reason for that to happen on it.
Oh yeah, big time.
That
I'm
feels
glad
like
this episode has no bigger effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That feels like later though. That feels like, maybe in between Amy's family, being introduced heavily and where we are now. But that definitely does sound familiar to me. What do you think? So the central question, I guess, of this episode is, do you think it's better to be artificially pleasant or, get along, even to put your feelings aside just to get along? Or do you think it's better to be honest and sometimes unpleasant, the way that Marie is saying, if I see that you're struggling with something, cooking, cleaning, the children, your hair, I'm going to say something because I want to help you, which is a very condescending, point of view, but it's her point of view versus Deborah's, grit and bear it kind of approach. I want to know what you guys think about
absolutely.
that in life.
I have mixed feelings about that because I have, in my experience, found that the people in there that say things like, my main personality trait is that I'm just brutally honest. Those people tend to be more interested in being brutal than being honest. So,
oh, big time.
Yeah, I think that so I hesitate to say, there are moments, of course, where you gotta agree, but the 1 minute rule, right? If you can't fix something in a minute, don't fucking bring it up. If it's not, oh, your fly is down, great, awesome. But I think that honesty is important to an extent, and Marie doesn't feel like she has the well, let's not pretend. Marie clearly just is jealous of Deborah because she's stealing time from her son. That's the underlying psychosis of the entire show. And
that's all it is, yeah.
Yeah, because of that, she's an asshole to Deborah. And I think that Marie doesn't actually want Deborah to improve because she's not interested in actually making Deborah into a better person or helping Deborah become that better person or overcome her struggles or whatever. She's interested in making her feel bad that she stole her son. That's...
Yeah.
Sorry I don't know if that's too dark of a read for Everybody Loves fucking Raymond, but
no, that's perfect.
But no,
that's a
agree with
perfect
you,
read
though.
for Everybody Loves fucking Raymond, which is something I'm working on.
New on Wattpad, coming soon.
Oh, Deborah.
Yeah.
Oh, Deborah. Mike, can we rename your rule as the minute to win it rule? If you couldn't solve it as a challenge on the Guy Fieri game show Minute to Win It, then you shouldn't try to get involved in it.
Yes, and specifically, I want everybody to know that the only time you can criticize someone is when they fail to get all of the balls out of that fucking box.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
It mostly applies to conflicts involving ping pong balls.
Yes.
But you can also extrapolate it out to your larger life.
Sure.
But good points all around. I think you make a good, if somewhat depressing, point about their relationship. Alex, what do you feel about that central question? Better to play nice or better to quote unquote tell it like it is?
I feel like it depends. If it's someone who you're not going to see after this, might as well play it nice and save yourself the trouble. But often playing nice in the long term is tiring, exhausting, and it makes you feel shitty about yourself. So it's better to have one tough conversation and hope that it brings positive change than trying to pretend to be positive and know nothing's going to change.
So, but maybe it's something that wasn't portrayed. What it sounds like you're describing is something that wasn't portrayed in this episode of an actual well-meaning, honest conversation, as opposed to what
Yeah, no, I
Marie
don't
is
remember
doing.
seeing that.
Yeah, as opposed to what Marie is doing, which is snark disguised as help, like classic passive aggression, like
Right.
I love her line in this episode of Deborah's doing the dishes after Thanksgiving dinner, and Marie comes in. She burns Deborah's biscuits, her rolls, for being burnt on the bottom. She says the burnt texture added some nice crunch to it or something like that. But then Deborah is washing a pan or something, and she's like, I can help you with that if you want, dear. And she's like, no, Marie, cleaning is cleaning. I've got it. Or she says, I've got it. Cleaning is cleaning. And Marie, as she's walking out, is like, you'd think so. That's a great Marie passive-aggressive line.
Yeah, that's a good line.
Mm-hmm. And then we saw...
Yeah, that's damn good.
We saw an image that I thought was... So, Deborah raising the frying pan in anger to brain Marie with it gave me real, like, Andy Capp, like, Lockhorns vibes. Like,
yeah.
Oh, the wife's angry. She's gonna, like, I know it's a different relationship, but something about media portraying a woman in anger with a raised frying pan just feels dated, obviously, or... I don't think there was an ironic subversion of that in this case. So
No, that's an
No,
interesting...
she wanted to kill that bitch.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I thought that I didn't pick up on the subversion or anything like that. Like, I mean, not the subversion, the trope that you're referencing, Adam. That didn't come to my mind. What came to my mind is that is way more violent than we've ever seen Deborah be. I thought it was out of character for Deborah specifically.
Oh,
Fair
but
enough.
she's joking. I think this is a mode of Deborah that can be that they write in sometimes where she's a little more snarky or a little more like caustic. That is, I think it's good. It gives her some good lines, like especially when we see in the confrontation at the end of this episode where she, what does she say? It's good. She screams, Marie says, we had a nice time, or she says, yeah, we had a nice time today. And Deborah's like, I was nice. It was me. Like the way that Patricia Heaton was playing that scene, I thought was very funny. And then Marie responding with, okay, dear. That made me laugh as well. Her like coolness towards her. Or like, why are you freaking out? Like, what's, yeah.
That monologue was also very, very relatable / cathartic of like just I think we've all been there of just like, am I living on the same planet as these people?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think about Robert's jokes? First of all, so Robert's got two jokes. He's got the one about an old man. He's married to a younger woman, and they have sex every night, and it's great. And then the punchline is that the guy can't remember where he lives. Brad Garrett's performance in that's like the first scene of the episode, is really funny just from his performance. Like the joke is whatever, but him laughing, unable to get the punchline out because he's laughing so hard, and then the weird kind of like stilted way that he slaps the table as he's laughing is very funny to me.
It is.
But yeah, that was great.
I deeply love that opening scene so much. Oh my god! First of all, it felt like such a family moment of just them all just sitting around, just losing their minds, laughing at stuff. I loved Brad Garrett failing time and time again to get the punchline out. I loved Amy drunk off her ass, drinking laughing way too much after the punchline.
Yeah.
Genuinely, pretty much no notes about the first scene. I thought that was such a fun little insight into their lives.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's nice to see this family being normal for once.
Yeah, they're really getting along, really having a good time, and then everyone's kind of getting in. Like, it's great to see Robert having the attention of the family and everyone laughing at his joke. And then Marie and Frank getting in on it, where they're ribbing each other, is a little more gentle, where Frank is like, I love an old man joke, and Marie's like, I married one, and them both laughing at it. That's really unusual and nice to see. It's a great contrast for then the last scene where they've got their canapes, and there's all the tension, and then the callback of Robert getting up as Deborah and Marie are fighting and trying to break the tension with his new joke. A priest and a rabbi walk into a bar. One of them's got a parrot. And then we never find out.
We don't get the punchline there. Sounds like it was going to be a pretty good joke. But
Sounds like it could be.
Absolutely.
Do you know any of those types of jokes that are like, like, well, I guess they're street jokes of like multi-part, like very shticky kind of jokes?
I know a few. And
I'm going to put you on the spot right now. Tell us,
Yes.
and if we don't laugh, you're fired.
Okay, so a German, a Frenchman, a British,
God,
British
you and
person,
the French.
and a Irishman.
Do you
are all
know
on a plane.
any? Do you know any jokes that aren't about the French? I should have asked.
Should I change it away from the French? That was not really that important.
Oh no, go ahead with your ethnic joke, please.
Okay, cool. So they're all on this plane, and the pilot calls out, oh no, this is the plane's going down, but we only have one parachute. What are we gonna do? So the German gets up and says, I do this for my country, and he jumps out of the plane heroically without a parachute. The Frenchman stands up and says, I do this for my country, and he jumps out of the plane without a parachute. The Irishman stands up and says, I'm doing this for my country, and he pushes the British person out the plane.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
I like
That's really
that's
good.
better.
Yeah.
That I'm glad the ethnicity doesn't matter, except in the context of British-Irish relationship
British-Irish
and
conflicts,
like that geopolitical kind of conflict, colonial imperialism, and all that. That's actually pretty good as far as street jokes go. I don't know
I'm
any.
glad you
liked
approved.
Is this a reaction you were hoping for? Of just like,
You
I
asked if I knew a
understand.
joke. I told the joke. I was hoping that you would give me a little more support. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that this is a podcast. We're doing a performance. Maybe Adam will laugh more than is deserved because we want our audience to believe we're having a good time here.
Not gonna lie.
You can lie. You can lie
No.
to these people. That's
We're
fine.
authentic on this show. We play our real selves, and everything is real.
Yeah, I agree. But still, I mean,
Yeah.
Yes, and I
yeah,
agree.
I agree. But like, you can lie sometimes. Like, they don't know I'm actually French.
Okay, let's do it again.
No, keep it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, of course we're keeping that.
I don't know any street jokes personally. That's just never been. I got the. I think I got, besides the Jay Leno joke book that we mentioned recently, I think I had like another joke book at some point, but those were all like one-liners. I never had like and especially not ethnic ones like you apparently were raised with. But
All right, do you want me to give you a non-ethnic one? Because I have many. But yeah,
is it a priest and rabbi one? Because I don't want to hear that either.
it's not a priest and rabbi.
Okay.
Okay, fine. We can avoid it.
No, what do you got?
Okay. All right, fine. So a guy walks into a bar.
Sure.
And he's sitting down for a while. He's having a few drinks, and he goes up to the bartender, and he's talking with the bartender, and he says, if you put a shot glass on the bar right now, I'm gonna stand all the way at the other end of the bar, and I'll bet you I can piss from all the way over there into that shot glass without spilling a single drop.
This
The
I
bartender
like.
says, There's no way you can do that. There's absolutely no that's impossible. It's like 100 feet. He says, no, I'm telling you, I will bet you $200 that if I go over there and I piss, I'm gonna get every drop in that shot glass and not spill a single bit. And he says, all right, you're on $200. So the guy stands up. He goes to the end of the bar, unzips, and just pisses everywhere. Pisses all over the bar. Doesn't get a single bit in the shot glass. And the bartender stands up and says, "Ha! You owe me $200. Yes, I win." And so the man very happily stands up, gives him $200, goes over and high fives his buddy. And as they're leaving, the bartender goes, "Wait, why are you not upset? You lost the bet." And the guy says, "Yeah, but I bet that guy $500 I could piss on your bar and you'd be happy about it."
That's better. That's better.
That's pretty good.
That's a better one? I'm glad you approve. Okay.
I think the difference is you said piss at least 10 times in that, and that's good. That's comedy.
You prefer piss to plane crashes? Okay, good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, I would rather hear dollars to donuts. I would rather hear piss jokes than ethnic jokes.
Understood. Okay.
So when you're writing my birthday card, just remember that.
Just will do. You got
I know
it.
you were gonna really do some fucked up Italian shit in my birthday card this year, but I'm telling you.
I have been writing a joke for every single race in the European continent, just for your birthday card, and I'm a little upset that I have to change my game plan now.
I could have you could have saved some work. I could have told you my genetic background. You didn't have to do like Poland. You didn't have to do Switzerland.
You look like the most generic mix of white people I've ever met in my entire life, so I kind of assumed you probably got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I am a mix of two generic
Fair
white
enough.
people. You're right.
Yeah.
And isn't that what America's all about?
It is, baby.
Anyway, Alex, do you know any street jokes?
Yeah.
Can you tell I don't have any other questions and I'm just trying to fill time?
We can just go to the barometer if you want to.
Well, now I want to tell my joke.
No, let him tell his joke, please.
Go ahead.
And if he wants to tell two
All
or
right,
three, that's
there's
great.
this man who was having pain in his testicles. So he
So far,
goes
so
to the
good.
doctor. And while he's sitting there waiting for the doctor, and the doctor comes in, and he goes, "Doctor, I'm glad you're here. I've been having this really bad pain in my balls." The doctor takes one look at him and says, "Okay, well, my guess is that you should probably stop masturbating." And the guy goes, "Why?" And the doctor says, "So I can start the examination."
That's actually funny. Alex
good one.
wins. Sorry.
Wait, I got another one. Hold
So
on.
let's
never mind.
let's turn our attention
Wait,
to
hold
our
on.
classic barometer, which is our
is
scale from 1 to
bullshit.
10, on which we rate his performance as husband, brother, son, father. That's pretty much all he is. I guess corduroy purchaser. Oh, by the way, those pants were so roomy. Didn't they seem like they were a size too big?
I could not get any sense of Ray's ass, and I was very upset about that.
And normally you can. Normally you clock it and you give us time codes. We don't do this on the podcast, but you do give us like.
Oh,
This is where-
you've been cutting out my ass watch.
I
It's
have
like
Cutting out my ass
50
watch
minutes.
segment?
have been cutting out Ass Watch just because we need something for the Baroness. I'm going to put them all together at the end, and then we'll have like a 5-hour Ass Wash. The
Okay,
Ass Wash
good.
special, which I'm also cutting out. Unfortunately, I hate to break it to you, but all the
Because
ass stuff.
We got to get a look at that rake. Get a cake.
Yeah, I get it.
Shoved
Yeah,
inside.
that's
Okay, yeah,
good.
got it. All right. I feel like I'm crushing it and you're not reacting.
Well, the problem is there is a word rake, so I didn't detect the pun right away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see how that's an oversight.
10
Yeah.
being the great dads of
Okay.
sitcom history with your Danny Tanners, Uncle Phil's, Carl Winslow's, and 1 being the bad men of television, men who actively harm their families, Don Draper, Walter White. Mike, where is Raymond Barone coming in for you this week?
So Ray doesn't do too much in this episode. This is a very Deborah-focused episode. That being said, there are 2 moments that stand out to me as moments where he didn't do great. The big one was in the big conflict scene when Deborah's like, "Hey, can you tell your mom that she's sometimes critical of me?" And he just looks like a deer in headlights and doesn't really do much. And The other time, this is a much more minor one, but I still found it it stood out to me, was when he maybe this isn't as big a deal, but like when Deborah goes to clean up the dishes and says, "Ray, can you help me?" and he just doesn't get up to help for a little bit.
True.
That's a much smaller one, I guess, now that I say that out loud. The first one was the one that I mentioned was the one that really kind of stood out to me. But we know this is nothing out of the ordinary for Ray. He doesn't cause that much harm. He doesn't do anything that bad. I'm gonna give him a 6. I think that that might be too generous, but fuck it. I don't think that he's doing anything super below average. I don't think he's doing anything super above average. I think 6 is fine.
Yeah, that sounds good. Alex, what do you think?
I'm not too far from Mike. Again, this episode wasn't really even about Raymond that much. But where we see him, he's not really doing anything particularly bad or good. My neutral score for Ray is usually like a 5. But I'll be nice. I'll give him a 5.5.
Okay. I am right there with you. I think, the main thing is not backing Deborah up, but it's a difficult situation. I kind of understand that, especially given the energy and tension in the room at the time. Anything that he does wrong in this episode, I feel is balanced out karmically because we didn't talk about the hot clothes, he gets the ice cream to the face at the very end after he tries his you won't get ice cream if you keep making fun of me thing on Frank and Robert. They acquiesce. He gives them the ice cream. Then he smugly walks up to Deborah. Who knows how to handle conflict now, as he gets an ice cream to the face from off screen. Pretty slapsticky for Everybody Loves Raymond as well. But so I think that balances out
I'm here for it.
His he doesn't need me to kick him in the balls on the barometer because he got kicked in the balls on the show. His noisy luggage got kicked in the balls, which is what Ray calls his testicles, in case you didn't get that. So I'm gonna give him a 5. I'm right there, I guess. But I don't want to tip the scales in one way or the other. I think the universe has done that for us, and by the universe I mean the writers of this episode. Mike, what's the average?
A 5.5 for Ray this episode.
I feel I could have done that without a calculator, but God bless you.
Couldn't.
God bless you, sir.
Here for it.
Okay, so I guess that's it for us then. Another episode in the books. That's Season 4, Episode 9, No Thanks. And we'll be back with Season 4, Episode 10, which I don't yet know the name of, next time on the Barone Zone. Thank you all for listening. Fellas, is there anything you want to plug? Globally, personally, do you want to do? Maybe we should start a thing where like Alex or Mike shares their warm thought of the week, some general feel good life advice, hey, go stop and leave a book in a little free library for your neighbors or something like that. Let's bring some Mr. Rogers energy into this, where we're teaching people things.
Okay.
And people are feeling good at the end of the show. What do you think someone could do this week that would make them feel good, make the people around them feel good? Is there something that you would recommend for those people? Yeah, what is it, Mike? This is Mike's. This is Mike's message. TM. I'm working on. I'll get the TM. Don't worry.
Cool. I think that it would benefit society if you signed up for the Barone Zonus.
That's good.
There's a link in the description. There's a link in the description. You can click on it, donate anything you want, and down to 50 cents, and you get lifetime access to one additional monthly episode of the Baroness Zonus. And that will greatly improve your life and your quality of life and the people around you.
That's beautiful.
I've got one.
Yeah, go ahead, Alex.
Earlier this week, I was riding my bike down the beach, and it kind of helped me remember the important things in life or just to kind of enjoy the time around you and focus on the now. So if you have a bike, go for a bike ride this week and try to just enjoy being out in nature.
Yeah, I think I'm
I like the Barone
I think I'm going to use Mike's. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut yours out
Yeah.
and use Mike's.
All right, you know what? You're right.
That's
My mistake.
Yeah, no, that's just not
I
like the
tried something
tone
new.
that I was
Bad
talking
idea.
about. It's like, I'll edit
yeah.
around it though, and you can work on it for next week, and then maybe we can do Alex's
Sure, yeah,
message.
You can do a little
Of
bit
course.
I'm not going to bother trademarking that one. Okay, but thank you all for listening. Great, heartwarming messages from just Mike. But thank you all for listening to the Barone Zone for another week. We'll be right here on this pier waiting for you to come hear our show. Is that good? Did you guys like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
I'll start doing
Yeah,
a
that
rap
works.
at the end. I'm going to start doing a rap at the end of the episodes if
Freestyle
that's cool.
Adam.
Yeah, I think this is a great point to think about like format changes. Like 9 episodes into the 24 episode season, great spot
Yeah.
to like really mix it up. Okay. So thanks everyone. It's just there's only one last thing to do, which is our classic sign off, which is everybody
Loves.
Raymond.
and we
we
love
love
you.
All right, so we cut to space near the moon. Oh, shit. Dad, are you okay? Yeah, son, I'm okay. Are you okay? Yeah, Dad, I'm okay. Seems we've landed on the moon somewhere. Oh, this reminds me of the time that I was in similar predicament in 19... hang on, Father. What's that over there? And they walk over to this large, strange object. There's a plaque on the front, and he wipes it off, the dust, and it says, Barone Zone.
Shameless Sean will return in season 4 of The Barone Zone.